End of tonight, the rest of you all will be members because you're going to see how great this is. Let's see. Please visit the table over here for Vero Wireless, our title sponsor for Sundays at 6, and pick up some free goodies and talk with them about all of your wireless needs. Is that true? Do we have Vero Wireless here? They're really sorry. They can't be here. So donations for members, especially for you who are not members, we're going to have a little hat. It's a little bit like church, but not really. So the hat's going to come by, throw in a couple of shekels, a couple of rubles, whatever you have in your pocket. Every tiny, tiny bit helps. Put it in there. A check made out to Bill Tite. If we all give a few bucks, this keeps rolling. It just keeps rolling. Members, benefits, and swag. If you are a 2021 member, you already know this, of ALMA, at the 100 buckaroo level and higher, be sure to pick up your complimentary swag under the white tent with the type on it. ALMA tote bags and blankets can be obtained for a suggested donation of $15 each or $25 for both. And it says here to show off the swag, but I don't have it. It's a blanket, which is going to be appropriate for a little bit later. It's going to get cool, as it always does in Alamosa. Weekends on the Rio activities. Okay. Building on the wonderful Sundays at 6 program, Weekends in the Rio has been providing all kinds of fun outdoor activities before the concerts, including story time with Jamie. We have Weekends on the Rio passports for any child, kid, shorty who has not yet received one. You can earn a sticker for your passport by attending tonight's concert. Do we have a stamp over there? You have the passports. Great. Beautiful. Little stickers. Go on up to the ALMA tent to receive yours at any time during the concert. There are two beautiful, wonderful humans over here, Nancy and Aaron. Nancy and Aaron. Okay, and there's just one porta potty. I'm sorry even why I have to mention this. You know where it is. So again, this is a treat for everybody. Without further ado, Companion.
Hey everyone, we're Companion. We're going to start with a song about fate. When we first met, I was struck, I was new. You felt what did not exist. You fed me, and I grew. So how could I have known? 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 The sudden wind that brings you will be the wind that takes you. The same fate that brought you will be the fate that takes you. How can I have known? The wildfire in my old field, a vision you caught me in, a time of change. The season is ending, so it'd be fitting for us to blame. The sudden wind that brings you will be the wind that takes you. The same fate that brought you will be the fate that takes you. How can I have known? 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 How can I have known?
Thank you so much. Thank you. My name is Sophia.
My name is Jo. Just so you're aware, we're going to be providing you some soft, sweet, mostly sad music for this nice, cloudy night. So you're in the right space. It's intimate, you know. We got the nice weather to aid the mood. That's probably the happiest song you'll hear tonight. Just kidding. This one is about friendship. I think all of us learned something about how necessary friendship is, especially during COVID. I know I did. My good friend just happened to live down the street from me in Fort Collins, and when the shutdown happened, we only had each other and our long walks around the neighborhood. I wrote this during that time. It's called Forfeit.
Singing as I lock the door, you meet me on the corner. The power lines above us weave a humming chorus. We walk a little farther, we talk about your father. I say if it's too much, don't gotta say anything further. But listening is no bother to me. And you can say anything to me. I called you in a draw, though it was clearly not at all that. Laying on your carpet, waiting for a forfeit. But victory is your laughter, it's your trust I'm after. It's you knowing that I'd never let you feel ashamed. And you can say anything to me. You can say anything to me.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
So Jo and I turned 24 last week. We are identical twins, so we share a birthday. Thanks. I feel like 24 is like, it's an age, you know? I guess every age after.
Like 21.
Yeah, it's like, It's like, so
oh,
what?
you're 26. You have to get on your own health care. Woohoo.
Yeah.
I am already on my own health care, so
Same.
joke's on me.
But yeah, it was a good birthday, uneventful, but we sent out some intentions this year of making a lot more music. Hopefully with things opening back up, we can travel and tour more. But this song we wrote just before things shut down. We had just moved to Fort Collins and from Oklahoma City, because that's where we're from. Has anyone been to Oklahoma City before? Anyone? Yeah? Okay. It's where we grew up. And there's a specific street in Oklahoma City called 23rd Street. It's kind of where things happen. And it was really like our coming of age spot. It's where we graduated college. I got engaged. So many things. So this one's called 23rd Street. And I kind of feel like we're full circling back to where we were when we wrote this.
Jo and me are sitting at the bank on 23rd Street. Everything's exactly the same, but I'm a new me. I pick up the wind, take up my words and let it set me down again. I don't know how, if someone now is listening. If there was something different then, well, I know it now. To be young and to know it is something profound. A subtle difference then is so big now, it's more than a stretch. And I don't wanna let one more good day go over my head. We led ourselves through mazes and raced on till a dead end. Across mountain trails and riverbeds through broken men. We pick up the wind, take up our words and let it set us down again. And I don't know how, if someone now is listening. If there was something different then, well, I know it now. To be young and to know it is something profound. A subtle difference then is so big now, it's more than a stretch. And I don't wanna let one more good day go over my head. Jo and me are sitting at the bank on 23rd Street.
Thank you.
What's next?
I can change it. Okay, cool. Let's just go ahead and change that. Okay, 1 second. Quick intermission.
Right?
Sure. Joe's gonna take us away with a song. I'm gonna try one of these. We'll see if it works. Huh? I changed that recently, so it should be fine. If this one doesn't work, then I'll change that one. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. This one does say it's low. Okay.
So, being an identical twin, you kind of compare yourself inevitably in many ways, whether you would like to or not. And, when Sophie was 18, she met this guy, and it was perfect. They just hit it off, and were together for years and years. They're married now. And I was, back and forth with bozo after bozo. But then they get married last year, and they have an elopement in Laurie State Park in Fort Collins. And very few people. But, her husband's best friend had to come. So he drove up, and, we hit it off. And we've been together ever since. So somehow it worked out, and we now both have curly-haired best friends for partners. Couldn't have worked out better. But I wrote this song about just the wonder of that all, the wonder of falling in love, and the wondering, you're met with.
Walk, run, snow, cold, do our thing alone. Bright sun, kiss, laugh. There is nowhere left to go. There's nothing left to know. No fear, small doubt, sister in her warm house. Quiet, I am watching you talk about what you love. There's nothing left undreamed of. Close kiss, closed fist, mostly sleepless. We'll never get rest, tangled up like this. Looking at each other feels like knowing one another and understanding a wonder. Oh, I wonder.
Thank you. That DI is giving you nothing but trouble.
I know.
I think ever.
Thank you. All right. Oh. do arm's length. Well, I mean, Jo really took that away. I don't even need to be in this band. I guess you can just play the rest of the set, right?
You know, my weakness is that I have like 20 songs that are under a minute in length. Apparently, I've found, you know, my limit for songwriting, and, you know, I hit 2 verses and a chorus, and I'm like, that's it. That's as much as I can write. So, I don't know.
I guess you need me to finish them.
My concerts would be extremely short.
Jo and I grew up in a really big family of 12 children, and we're at the tail end of them. Grew up on an acreage, homeschooled, the whole Oklahoma thing, you know. But through that experience of growing up in a huge family, we've learned so much about relationships and how specifically your family can just be the most tender, you know, in the way that they can hurt you and in the way that they can heal you. This song is called Arm's Length. You swore in blue and red, but it is hard to discern a bruise from a lesson learned. Would it be easier to love you from afar? Would it be easier to love you from an arm's length? Would it be easier to love you from afar? Would it be easier to love you from an arm's length? And maybe I'm not warmed up yet. I'm wearing armor from a different past, but demanding trust is an impossible thing, akin to being taught to laugh. Would it be easier to love you from afar? Would it be easier to love you from an arm's length? Would it be easier to love you from afar? Would it be easier to love you from an arm's length? Thank you.
Cool.
Thanks so much. Yeah. So if you had to guess which one of us was the evil twin, would you have an answer? Yeah, the redhead. That's definitely true.
Amazing.
Well, I'll let you guess later on, and if you get it right, we'll give you a high five. We don't really have much to give you other than that, but there's always an evil twin in every twin relationship. There's always one.
You know, she has this theory, but I don't agree. I don't think there has to be an evil one. We can both be benevolent.
I think that's just how the world works, Jo.
I'm not sure.
Exactly.
I play bass, so
We got an evil one on our hands. I'm just saying that because I've just known Jo to do a few slightly evil things. Maybe she doesn't think so, but this song we're about to sing is called Second Day of Spring. It's actually the title track of our upcoming record, and we're releasing it in the spring of next year, but we have some super secret copies for sale over there. They're unreleased. They don't even have our current band name on them, so it's like they're either trash or treasure, I don't know, but you can get them before anyone else can at the merch table over there. But yeah, this song was written a few years ago, springtime, and Jo is dating someone new. She
one of the bozos.
One of the bozos. And yeah, it was a brand new song, but all of our songs are very personal, so yeah, I don't know. She invited her boyfriend to the show and invited him to sit front row, and I think by the end of this song, he was like weeping, actually.
That is not true. That's not true, but
I think he knew he was at least in hot water.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that's evil. I would say that is a misjudgment.
Yeah. A misjudgment.
Just don't play your songs about being unhappy in a relationship when they're front row in the audience.
It's the second day of spring, another season's behind me. I don't feel any different, though there's someone new beside me. And the sun kisses my skin, ever gently, ever burning. And I can't shake the wanting, the ever yearning that I've left alone too long, shaking me inside out. I know where I do and don't belong, but right here, it's all right here. So I guess I can stay a while. Yes, things are better on paper. Oh, it's easy to say things are good. Still, I cut my fingers on the edges every day. And I know that you love me. I know you mean me well. I'm so sorry in advance. I'm sorry for circumstances that leave me cold and cruel. There's no easy for me in leaving you, but right now I don't know how to let you down. So for right here, it's all right here. So I guess I can stay a while.
Thank you.
We're gonna do no bonus right now.
What?
Should I tell a tender story?
Well, I already told you you're married.
Oh, okay. This new one is called Newborn of Springtime. I wrote this, well, it's not a new one. I don't know why I said that. I think I meant next one. It's really not new. It's like one of the oldest songs we have. I think it's like 4 years old.
She
I
has
wrote
a
it.
compulsive lying habit. You can't believe a word she says.
I guess you're building up a case for me as evil twin.
We're not
now.
even twins. Okay, go on.
I mean, that just really threw me off. It's like, wait, what? I wrote this one before I was married. I got married last year. But I knew at the time, I was like 99.9% sure I was going to marry, my now husband. But when I met him, I was 18. So when you're 18, it's hard to feel sure, of such a profound, complex knowledge of like, oh, I'm going to spend my life with this person. So I constantly felt like I was just going to throw up when I was around him. I was like, oh my God, like, you are my future. Like, we're probably going to live together forever and going to break my heart someday, or vice versa, hopefully not voluntarily. But I wrote this thinking about what it'd be like to grow old together and spend decades, hopefully, together. It's called Newborn of Springtime. Oh, the rain's coming.
Oh my. Just play Kathy's song.
You've hurt me so badly, you've healed me so sweet. The trees are rustling, a loving word leaves the mouth of a taker. I adore. You've brought me children, you've brought me this home. You've taken away, you've left me alone, and I love you through the open window. The newborn of springtime, the powder of white snow.
Thank you. Can you take the time?
I don't have the time.
Feel like you recovered.
Mm-hmm.
If you can ask her, that'd be great.
What's the time?
Okay, great. We're going to do one more, and then we're going to take a quick intermission. There's going to be a couple things happening in between. And then we'll get back up here with more songs and stories.
Thank you for being here, by the way. We've just appreciated so much. Even through the rain with your umbrellas, we love it.
Yeah, you came prepared.
It's apparent you're dedicated, so thank you.
Let's do Going On.
We've never been to Alamosa, and I'm really excited to
It's a
get
warm
to see a
welcome.
little bit of it. Yeah, it is a warm welcome.
This is a fitting song. It's a song about people who just keep up with things, even if they're hard. So, like going to shows in the rain. It's called Going On. I wrote this about my roommate. I moved in. I bought a house recently in Fort Collins, and we moved in with a bunch of people. It's like a commune light, in the positive sense, not the negative sense. Some people do get weirded out by all the dress codes and the religious rites that are required. But
Yeah, they're pretty strict, but
yeah, but it's like it's for the community's well-being, you know.
I think she's the evil twin.
I'm not really helping myself out here. But I wrote this about one of my roommates who's just through everything. He's just never complains. He just works really hard, never complains, and I feel really like just astonished by him sometimes of what he goes through. Okay, we'll get there. We'll get there. This is what I get for tuning 5 different times. That'll work. Stars and his head is held up high. Keeps going and going on, going and going on, going on right. It keeps going and going on, going and going on, going on right. It keeps going and going on, going and going on, going on right. It keeps going and going on, going and going on. Going on right. She's such a bright thing, never gonna try. Dad's old pickup got rid of, kept her mother's blue eyes. Sister of howls and shudders, keeper of the tribe. She knows now what others keep kept inside. She keeps going and going on, going and going on, going on right. It keeps going and going on, going and going on, going on right. It keeps going and going on, going and going on, going on right. It keeps going and going on, going and going on, going on right. When waves of contentment crash out of control with nowhere to go, when we can't call home and we can't trace back, keep going and going on, going and going on, going on right. Keep going and going on, going and going on, going on right. Keep going and going on, going and going on, going on right. Keep going and going on, going and going on, going on right. Thank you. We'll be back up in a minute.
Okay, first I want to say there's a benefit to the rain. All the guys out there, you want to keep the rain off your significant other so it doesn't reduce their glow. And all the guys of a certain age, You want to look up into the rain because it's going to absorb into your wrinkled face, and then you're going to look much younger, and you're going to go home happy. I'm going to point this out first. Please, if you have it in your heart and you love orange and white or orange and orange, this is some of the merch you can get over here to support the arts and music and wonderful people. And the disc is going to be a collector's item, I'm telling you. We were going to do a thing with the kids and adults with percussion instruments, but it's not good mojo to have your instruments in the rain, so we're going to do that for the next Sundays at 6. There's a food truck over here if you're hangry. There's wraps. And upcoming concerts, we have Moores and Macomber. We'll close out the summer in 2 weeks on August 29th. In case of rain, oh boy, please join us at the ice rink at the Alamosa Family Rec Center at 2222 Old Sanford Road, Alamosa. You all know where that is. And mark your calendars for ALMA's Fall 21 events because it doesn't end when the summer ends. September 11th, I know that's a big day. ALMA and Friends will have a special concert on Saturday, September 11th at the Alamosa Ice Rink. Live music by Blue Rooster, Mark Dudrow, and Rhoda Schonecker. You all know who that is. And Eldon Groan. Feel free to members and $15 to the general admission at the door. September 17th, check out the great live music offered in conjunction with the Alamosa Art Festival. Again, Mark and Rhonda will perform at the Artscape reception Friday evening, September 17th at Society Hall's parking lot, just a couple blocks down. You know what? I think this is the last thing I was supposed to read, but that's okay. No, we're good to go. So in Michigan, we used to say they'll be back in 3 shakes of a lamb's tail. Close enough.
So nice meeting some of you. We'd love to meet all of you if possible. This next one is called Snowbank. Nearly all of the songs you've heard tonight are on that CD that so many of you kindly purchased. So if you happen to have a CD player anymore, which I've learned, I guess, is like a dinosaur thing. So many people have come up to us saying they don't have CD players. So if you happen to have one, you can listen to everything again.
I wrote this song last February when I was experiencing intense yearning and longing. And boy, was I not prepared for the intense yearning and longing I would experience just a month later. I think 2020 was a year of yearning for all sorts of things.
We saw everyone and came home to nothing. The river and the dove, we looked something like them. Nested in your covers, might as well have been a snowbank. In my fingers beat a heartache I've never known. Oh, what are you doing? Letting me touch you like that. Oh, what are we doing with our mouths and arms and hands?
Thank you.
I'm gonna do If I Were a Ghost. Do it on 2.
Is that normal?
Mm-hmm. This next one is called If I Were a Ghost. A lot of people ask us where our inspiration for music came from, you know, what we write about, why we started. And it all goes back to when we were about 13 years old. When we were 13, our father was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, which is a neurodegenerative disorder. So it's the one that makes you, you know, like get shaky. And he was just going downhill really, really fast. And something about the disease is it makes, I'm fairly certain it inhibits your dopamine. So it's like quite impossible to feel happy with that disease. Or at least it was for him. So pretty quickly, he deteriorated, and he made the decision without talking to any of us in our family to take his own life. And it was a huge, huge just shock on the family for years. And that's where most of our writing came from, was just trying to work through those emotions as basically little girls. You know, we had no idea how to hold like this reality of life being so dark at times. So we wrote it out into our music. And our mom has always been a huge supporter of us, and she's the one that gave us guitars and told us to write. And so we wrote this one for her, thinking about what she's been going through these past 10 years.
If I were a ghost, I'd see all of your pictures hung up. I'd walk through the hallways that I used to love. I'd see all your new pictures hung up. If I were a ghost in this house, I'd watch when your mind was away, how it would drift and be prone to fall into the old ways of me and you. I'd give my body away if I could slip in and sleep by your side. I'd give my body away if I were a ghost in this house. If I were a ghost in this house. We used to spend all our nights talking. Now I just wonder, wanting to find the voice that I left in our doorway, saying goodbye, saying goodbye. I'd give my body away if I could slip in and sleep by your side. I'd give my body away if I were a ghost in this house. If I were a ghost in this house. If I were a ghost in this house. If I were a ghost in this house.
Thank you. I just have a few more for you guys. Thank you again. This one's brand new, and we're releasing a single of it in just a few weeks, so look out for that. It's called To Be Still.
I have to turn back really quick.
I wrote this after a day of spending 12 hours on my computer. Jo and I have remote jobs, which is convenient to be, musicians and have a remote income, but oh man, life is not meant to be lived looking at a screen for 12 hours straight.
Light your mothers years ago. When mother's calling, you're growing tall as the hills. When there's empty beds and unfinished work, you'll forget what it is to be still. You'll forget what it is to be still. Close your eyes and remember there's a different story. You could always tell yourself our small bodies are part of a bigger whole. So wide you might just fall in. When mother's calling, you're growing tall as the hills. When there's empty beds and unfinished work, you'll forget what it is to be still. You'll forget what it is to be still. When mother's calling, you're growing tall as the hills. When there's empty beds and unfinished work, you'll forget what it is to be still. You'll forget what it is to be still. You'll forget what it is to be still. You'll forget what it is to be still.
Thank you so much. This is louder than Kathy's song. Cool. So I think Jo and I, we had a series of nights where we were up just worrying about things. And I have a rule to never make any big decisions or, make any conclusions about how things are at 3 a.m. because your brain just isn't working. 9 times out of 10, I'll be up at 3 a.m. worrying about something, and in the morning, I don't care anymore. So it's just my rule of thumb of I can't trust my gremlin brain. But we wrote this song, after a night of staying up, and we were like, does it ever get better? Maybe it's just the youth, maybe it's the lack of knowledge of how things work. But then we talked to her mom. We were like, hey, does it ever get better, She was like, no. I was like, thanks, Mom, that's really helpful. This song is called This Old Dog.
Young and full of feeling, the earth had a tilt. The days lean into an ocean, a world open still. This old dog ain't fetching, this old house ain't catching fire, and all the old dreams are tucked into the night. Books have been written, and all the worst wars are still to come. And now it's time to turn the light off and crawl in all the thoughts that catching. This old house ain't catching fire, and all the old dreams are tucked into the night. And all the good books have been written, and all the worst wars are still to come. But now it's time to turn the light off and crawl in all the thoughts that I've begun. This old dog ain't fetching, and this old house ain't catching fire, and all the old dreams are tucked into the night. And all the good books have been written, and all the worst wars are still to come. And now it's time to turn the light off and crawl in all the thoughts that I've begun.
Thank you so much.
All right, just one more. I'm gonna split the verse.
All right, thank you so much, guys. We have one more for you. Again, we're companion. My name is Sophia.
My name is Jo.
Thank you for the warmest welcome to Alamosa. If anyone has a, thank you. If anyone has a breakfast recommendation that we should hit up tomorrow, let us know. Oh, Campus Cafe, okay, noted. We thought we were going to whip out a cover, but we haven't played it in like 6 months, so we'll try it. I'll get it.
I hear the drizzle of the rain, like a memory it falls, soft and warm, continuing, tapping on my roof and walls. And from the shelter of my mind, through the window of my eyes, I gaze beyond the range and streets to England, where my heart lies. My mind's distracted and diffuse. My thoughts are many miles away. They lie with you when you're asleep, and kiss you when you start your day. And the song I was writing has been left undone. I don't know why I spend my time writing songs I can't believe, with words that tear and strain to rhyme. And so you see, I have come to doubt all that I once held as true. I stand alone without beliefs. The only truth I know is you. And as I watch the drops of rain weave their weary paths, and I know that I am like the rain, there but for the grace of you go I.
We made it. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night.